Welcome to Beer and Board Games, folks, and we hope you're ready to lend us an ear because we have something to rant about. Why are you wearing sunglasses like some kind of cool guy?
My plastic surgery went crazy wrong.
You gonna get those buttock implants that I've been hearing about?
In my eyes.
Wow. Oh, the surgery went wrong, but it's only temporary, and it's eventually we'll get back to normal.
Yeah.
Rant About is the hilarious game of social improv, and right now I'd like to be social and share a beer with my friends.
This is juicy.
Ooh, a New Zealand juicy IPA.
That's
Juicy
right. We're
IPA.
drinking Woodland Pursuit all the way from New Zealand. What a special beer.
All right, let's try this drink.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh my God.
no.
Yes.
No.
Whoa.
Yes is the word, because it doesn't
Oh.
taste like an IPA.
It is sour
Right.
and soapy.
Eat, or wait.
You're already drunk.
She had one.
For everyone who missed it, she just called me by our daughter's name.
Usually discussing the flavors of beer with Eden.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because she said
Eden.
Her daughter is a rhesus monkey, and that's how they communicate.
I love it.
That is the weirdest.
This is
I love it too.
You do?
this is foul.
But I also don't like beer.
I'm not finishing this. Sorry, I'm out.
Yeah. I have a sip of it and it just makes me go,
Tonight's episode was sponsored by the makers of Rant About, and we hope that you'll be raving about this episode.
Thanks, Rant About.
Thanks, Roundabout.
I'm playing Rant About. I'm gonna rant a lot and shout. I'm gonna play the game.
You've got cards and you've gotta do a thing.
The game of Rant About is very simple, but there are a lot of gameplay variations. We're gonna try and get to some more of those tonight, but we're gonna start with the basic game. On your turn, you will pick a Rant About card and a from the perspective of card. You will have 60 seconds to rant about that topic.
Okay.
If we end up later on, if we want to do quicker rounds, we can use a 30-second timer. And then after we do a full round, that's 4 rants, then there is some voting and scoring that happens. So you'll notice that these cards, they're different colors. And that color corresponds to the option that's on the other side. So I have a blue rant about card. That means I pick the blue option, which is horoscopes. And I am doing this rant from the perspective of a late show host or a specific late show host.
You ready?
I'm ready. Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Why do people even read them anymore? Horoscopes in the paper. Who writes these things? Who? You hear? You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Who writes them? Is there a guy who goes to school for it? And what does it have to do with the stars? And what do the stars have to do with us? A star never did me any favors. Just sits it there and blinks.
Woo!
This guy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I know my next guest is going to have an opinion on this too. It is none other than Dr. Oz. And he will give us a real perspective on this. We'll be right back.
I am supposed to rant about my childhood from the perspective of a parent who disapproves of who their kid is dating.
3, 2, 1, commence.
I don't even know why she has to go out on a date at all anyway. I didn't even kiss anybody until I was 23, you know? Like, I mean, you can't really count Jared because that was a mistake. She's too young to go out, especially with this guy. Who's this 13-year-old son of a bitch? That's what I want to know, you know?
Knock.
Hello?
Hey, is Janet home?
Janet? You think I'd name my daughter Janet? It's Jeanette. I can't have you date her. No, get out of here. Did you see that scum coming to my door? Didn't even know how to my daughter's name.
I thought you were like rolling away in a wheelchair.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Is Janet here? She has my medicine.
What do these colors end up being for?
What are you laughing at? just decoration.
It's a reinforcement of the color here, I guess.
I'm gonna rant about Deb.
What is that? What's that called?
What is this? What is that?
What is this?
Think about
What?
wildly incorrect weather forecasts from someone whose whole life just changed.
And go.
I want to tell you something right now. If I don't know what the weather is going to be, I cannot walk out of the house. Why? Because I just found out that I can't get wet. I have to keep it calm and cool because if my skin gets wet, and I'm talking about at all, I'm a goner. It's like crepe paper. I have terribly, terribly thin skin. So and not a metaphor. Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. If you touch it, I might get upset and my heart starts beating and the blood just might burst out from the other side. So everybody, I gotta know if it's gonna rain, which it can't. It can't rain. So even if it's just a little bit, just imagine you walk outside and there's a goddamn hurricane that's coming just for your skin. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Fess Parker. The fucking, it'll kill you and it'll kill me. I'll just be a goopy puddle at your feet. And I don't.
He said the rain would kill him, not being touched. Lay it on his sunglasses.
I'm gonna rant about trick-or-treating, and I'm someone with a plan.
Go.
I got a big problem with trick-or-treating. Everyone who trick-or-treats is doing it wrong. There should be no more going up to people's houses unannounced. Everyone should be in an internet database, and they should check in and say, I'm going to stop by with my kids
Ding dong.
to get candy at this time. And if they don't
Ding
show
dong.
up, if they show up late, they don't get the candy.
Ding dong.
You schedule it. We don't have time in the modern day to dick around and wait for maybe some kids to show up.
Mister, can we get some candy? Mister, can we get some...
That's exactly my point.
Could you bring some candy to my Model T4?
Why'd you put a free candy sign out front?
Say, those
Order.
are some fine dark spectacles you got there, mister.
Trick or treat needs to be fixed.
First of all, each player who used all their time gets 1 point. I think we all did that.
Yeah, we had to.
So that's an easy point.
Easy point.
Now the other 2 points are group vote. So we should go 1, 2, 3 point. And you can't point at yourself. You have to point at someone else.
Okay.
So the first vote is for the player who was the most in character. 1, 2, 3.
2 and 2.
Okay.
How do we break a tie?
Why don't we each get points? Because it
Sure,
goes
thanks.
over the course of a few
Okay.
rounds, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
And now we vote for the funniest rant.
1, 2, 3.
Everybody gets a point.
Wow.
Private eyes are watching you. They see your every move.
Oh.
Private eyes are watching you.
I've said this before on this show, but I think Hall & Oates are fucking great.
I think they're great too.
Who's that?
Hall & Oates?
Who's that?
Hall & Oates, that's the truck that goes out to the farm to make the deliveries.
Who that hauling all them oats?
Yeah, it's a horse company.
It's a horse company, yeah.
Run
It's a
by
horse-owned
horses.
company.
Horse-owned.
You are a lunatic.
It's horse-owned. There aren't that many of them.
We are having a fun time playing Rantabout. This is a great party game, and it's over on Amazon.com. The Rantabout guys are big fans of our show, and we are happy that we're partnering up to show you this game. Tomorrow night, Sunday night, I got big plans. I'm first going to cool off with a giant popsicle. Then I'm going to go to my friend's key party.
Those are fun.
I'm gonna cap the night off with a gall darned fornication.
God darn fornication.
Okay.
For this next round, we're gonna play a variation of the game called Guess Who.
Okay.
And we're gonna switch to the 30-second timer so we can have some shorter rants.
Yeah.
You are going to draw one of each of these cards. You're going to announce what the topic is, but you're going to keep the perspective secret. And then after your rant, everyone will get a chance to guess who they think you were.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And whoever guesses correct gets 1 point, and whoever doesn't gets nothing. School dances. School dances are naturally oppressive. They're a tool of the state to let us imagine that we have any sort of freedoms at all. I think they should be boycotted, and you should spend that time instead tilling the fields and growing the food for the people.
Do I get to guess first?
I think everyone should guess at once.
Marxist.
Socialist?
Communist.
Okay, when I say everyone should guess at once and then you just blurt it out, that's the opposite of what I just said. So what did you say?
I said socialist.
Radicalized communist.
Marxist.
Well, I guess socialism and communism are different, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you guys are right. I was Karl Marx or a communist.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you each get a point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give it to me.
Matt, do you get a point for that?
I don't get
Oh,
shit.
you didn't get it. I'm gonna rant about first impressions.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh man, first impressions, they've got to, forget it. First impressions got to go. Nobody should ever have to be judged on their first impression, because you just never know what kind of mood you're going to be in. You might be just, you might be like, on a big stage in front of thousands of people. You might be high on cocaine in the 80s. You just never know. You might, it might be something, a crazy movie involving like a purple thing that's Welcome to the Basement. Who can say really? When you think about it, it could be anybody. But you shouldn't have to think about first impressions.
Time. You're Robin Williams.
Yep.
I was so much closer to Bobcat Goldthwait than Robin
I
Williams.
totally thought that
I
was...
wasn't trying to do an impression.
The secret to a Robin Williams impression, all you have to do is go, oh, oh, oh no, oh, oh.
What are you supposed to do with those greens from the carrots anyway?
Throw
Like,
them
they don't
away.
taste good.
No, they taste terrible.
You can just put them in a stir fry and saute them.
That doesn't mean it tastes good.
Deb
They
hates
just
stir
they just
fry.
taste like sauteed greens. You can do that with radish greens. You can do that with.
Does it, or does it just taste like you put grass in your food?
I don't know your life. I don't know what you like. I don't know how choosy you are. I'm just telling you what I do with those kind of
You
greens.
know my life.
I don't know.
Max. You know my life. You know
You're
it.
not supposed to breathe on
You're
me
a
like
big.
that.
You're a big. You're a big part of my life, buddy.
Okay.
Buddy.
All right.
You're not supposed to breathe on me like that.
If you would like a copy of the game Rantabout absolutely free, all you have to do is leave a comment on this video. We will choose one at random, and you will get a copy of Rantabout. For this round, I think this is an option in the book. I couldn't find it, but we're each going to get 2 of these pieces of paper. You are going to come up with your own topic and your own perspective. We're going to take them, put them in a pile, and mix them up. We're going to draw them at random.
Oops. 30 seconds, ready?
Yep.
Yo!
I don't like the way my pants feel. They're too tight. And everything down there is swollen. No. I tried to tell my daddy, he wouldn't listen. I said, I got a tight pants. And every time I wake up, it hurts.
Time's up.
I'd say the rant was about pants. And it's from a 4th grader.
No and no.
I know what one of them is. The actual rant was about clothing.
No.
Hand-me-down clothes from your older brother, and you were a middle schooler.
You guys were half right. The rant was about balls.
Okay.
And I was a small, angry child. Go.
Whoa.
Just pause it.
Whoa. I don't like when it's live because I can't get my equipment to work down here in the bottom of the lake because the sound doesn't seem to work. I've been doing it for 20 years.
Okay, that's time.
Any guesses?
You were obviously a fish.
You were ranting about setting up for the live stream.
Live streaming was what I was ranting about.
All right. As a fish,
Yes, but it was a specific fish.
a sturgeon.
No,
A fish who's the host of Beer and Board Games.
close. It is. It's a largemouth bass.
It's close. If you take away the B, then that's.
And go.
I snuck in to see it, and they didn't even do any sex. Like, there was absolutely no sex, and everyone's all talking about it. And, like, you can see, like, some of the boobs, and you know, like, how they feel. But really, it's not the whole sex. And that's what you sort of expect when you're going into it. So, I felt sort of ripped off, especially because, you know, I didn't get to sneak in my popcorn movie, because my secret candy, because, like, it would have made a bunch of, like, rattling sounds, and I can't be in that theater.
I have no idea.
That's okay.
You were a teenager and you were ranting about softcore porn.
I was a teenager.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a middle schooler.
That's not a teenager.
That's not.
That's a teenager.
No, it's not. Isn't it?
Do you have a guess on the rant?
Well, I know because I wrote both of them.
Oh, okay.
I was a middle schooler ranting about Sex in the City.
Okay, go
Nelson
for it.
Mandela.
Okay, you guys. I have been on YouTube for 15 fucking years. And every so often a new platform comes along, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's so great. There's so much great stuff over on the new platform." But guess what? It's not new. TikTok, just because it has a new flavor, everybody's like, "Oh, it's brand new." It's not brand new. They're even having longer videos now. It's exactly like YouTube, except you get paid less. It's bullshit.
Time.
That's first.
You're ranting about the internet?
No, you're ranting about TikTok and you're Matt Sloan.
You got the TikTok part right. TikTok is nothing new. It was the subject.
Okay, well, you probably shouldn't say TikTok then.
He said sex like 600 times.
He probably shouldn't say that either.
Oh. Well.
Are you Aaron Yonda?
I am.
Hey!
He wasn't supposed to get that card.
Lock got it.
Should I tally?
Tally, yeah, tally.
All right. With 8 points is Aaron Yonda, and with 5 points is everybody else.
Look at you winning over everybody else. Look at you.
Kiss me, baby. Ooh, that's what I like.
You were doing two different songs.